On DC News Now, day 2 of the government shutdown, the latest on Capitol Hill.
Compass Coffee, one of many places across the DC area, trying to give back to federal workers during the uncertainty of this shutdown.
Then clear and cooler temperatures on this Thursday. Meteorologist Damon Madsen is tracking your forecast.
Then a Prince George's County family is speaking out after a police chief in Cheverly shoots and kills a man. What they're saying this afternoon.
Also, a new poll releasing in Virginia's gubernatorial race. Who's in the lead as we inch closer to Election Day?
Plus, could now be the time to consolidate your credit card debt? We're stretching your dollar with options that could help you get out of debt faster.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw. We are entering in the second day of October.
And with the second day of the shutdown.
Yes, second
well.
day. We're taking a live look outside. Beautiful shot there. The clouds are just really nice and puffy, but that shutdown again continues.
And with no possible end in sight, DC News Now's Vinay Simlot explains what happens next.
The Senate voted again on Wednesday to try and reopen the government. It's the third time in 2 weeks that the Senate tried to fund the government and failed. They'll try again one more time tomorrow.
We can't get in there to see what's there.
Across the country, American tourists are seeing the effects of the government shutdown, from the Washington Monument to Independence Hall, Mount Rushmore, and the Gateway Arch.
It's literally only the public that loses.
And government employees say they're trying to budget for the possibility of missing paychecks.
Because we're not sure how long this is going to last.
In Washington, D.C., Republicans say Democrats could reopen the government if they vote for a funding bill on the floor of the Senate. At least 7 Democrats will need to vote with Republicans for it to pass.
I certainly pray they'll come to their senses soon.
But Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says in exchange for the vote to keep the government open, Democrats want an extension to health care subsidies that are due to expire at the end of the year. He warns without it, the price of health care will skyrocket.
Their health insurance is about to go way, way, way up.
Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is one of 2 Senate Democrats who voted for the Republican plan to keep the government from shutting down.
I absolutely think we should reconsider some of extending these tax credits, but we shouldn't be shutting the government down.
Federal employees and U.S. military still got their paychecks this week, according to one U.S. senator. He says the problem will be in 2 weeks. If the government is still shut down, then they may miss out on a paycheck. Everybody, all federal workers and all U.S. military are supposed to get back pay once the shutdown is over. Now, for furloughed employees, people who are not working, the Congressional Budget Office estimates that that'll cost about $400 million per day in back pay for people who are not working right now during the shutdown, meaning that's $400 million for work that's not getting done for the U.S. government. In Washington, I'm Vinay Simlot. Back to you.
All right, Vinay, thank you. And there are also several buildings, attractions, and services closed across the region. That includes many of DC's biggest tourist sites. The Washington Monument, Capitol Building, and the Visitor Center all closed for tours. You also can't go to the National Archives, which just extended its rare display of all 5 pages of the Constitution. And the U.S. Botanic Gardens is also closed, but all Smithsonian museums and the National Zoo using leftover funds will remain open at least until Monday. And the federal government is Maryland's largest employer, with 70,000 in Prince George's County alone.
And families, of course, Shanika, are hit hard, including a Bowie woman who worked for the Department of Agriculture for almost 2 decades, yet just recently let go. And DC News Now's Tim Reed explains how the county is helping so many already struggling.
I'm trying to be positive, but yeah, I struggle. It's a struggle between being angry and being sad, because I definitely feel robbed, like my career was taken from me.
After spending most of her adult life working for the federal government in Washington, D.C., Adrienne Birch lost her job. Wednesday afternoon, she was watering her flowers at home in Bowie.
You know, I feel like we were criminalized and demonized, and we were just going to work, you know, and to have that ripped away from us Again, not because of performance, and not even because they can't afford to pay us.
To offer support, Prince George's County announced they will be making resources available to help as many as they can during the shutdown.
We can provide food assistance. We can also provide rental assistance. We can help individuals with temporary cash assistance.
Brave Boy also reached out to all major utility companies to ask them not to shut off service for federal employees in Prince George's County, and they agreed to keep providing services. Anyone needing assistance can dial 211.
And for this to happen, so I'm happy that the county is stepping in to give us resources, because this is very challenging. A lot of people are 1 or 2 paychecks away from, being in the poorhouse or losing their home.
The county executive says they will help as many Prince George's County residents for as long as possible. In Landover, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
All right, it's 12:06. Again, second day of October. Meteorologist Damon Matson joining us with a check on the forecast. And Damon, it was really cold this morning. And I'm just going to be just honest and say cold for me. Do you think that that's...
I've heard that from a couple of people, right? I've heard the cold sentiment there, but I walked outside without a coat at first, and I loved it. I loved it. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Look, I slept like a baby last night.
That's how you knew.
That window, and it was just a beautiful experience. I woke up this morning just feeling good.
Hate to say it, I think you're in the minority on this one. Oh my goodness, though. I mean, regardless, if you like it or not, this is what Mother Nature is giving us, folks. And we felt it this morning. Now, right around DC, ironically enough, we had one of the warmer temperatures, if you will, still brisk, 55 to start things out. We saw similar 50s as you went east of I-95, but as you went west, those temperatures dropped off even more. It dropped down to 43 in Manassas, 41 Winchester, and to no surprise, some of the sheltered valleys out into the Shenandoah Valley and the Allegheny front dropping down into the upper 30s. So we had a decent temperature spread early this morning with that chilly air in place. Now the sunshine has rebounded us back into the 60s, and we already have 70 on the dot in DC and Manassas, and we should end up seeing more of those lower 70s later this afternoon, thanks to the fact that it is going to continue to stay extremely sunny. So generally speaking, it's going to be a very comfortable but still slightly cooler afternoon, but just what you'd expect for early October. Now, as we progress toward the weekend, will these temperatures be on the rise at all? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. And new this afternoon, a U.S. immigration judge has denied Kilmar Abrego Garcia bid for asylum. Maryland man who was mistakenly deported to his home country of El Salvador has 30 days to appeal. Abrego Garcia was brought back to the U.S. in June after he was charged in Tennessee for a 2022 traffic stop where he faces human smuggling charges. Abrego Garcia is being held at a detention center in Pennsylvania. Well, we are following developing news out of England this afternoon. British police say that this morning's deadly rampage at a UK synagogue was a terrorist attack.
Yeah, Mark, police say 2 people were killed on the holiest day of the Jewish year. And let's take a live look at the scene. That's in Manchester. Police say the assailant drove a car into people outside of the synagogue. And that's where people gathered for Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, and the most solemn day in the Jewish calendar. And they say that person then stabbed 2 people, injuring 4 others. And police say the 2 people killed were Jewish. The suspect was shot and killed by law enforcement, and 2 other suspects were also arrested.
Back here in the district, D.C. police investigating the shooting last night in Southeast. They were called to Wheeler Road before midnight. Police find that a man who was shot, he was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover. No information has been released on a suspect. And turning to Northwest, where police are looking for 2 teenagers connected to a robbery last night on Georgia Avenue. Police say that it happened near the Parkview Recreation Center. They say that the kids showed a firearm to man of the victim's property, and the suspects then attacked the victim before running away. They said the victim was not injured seriously. Anyone with information is asked to reach out to police.
And a reminder for commuters today, the National Park Service is continuing its tree maintenance, which will temporarily close parts of George Washington Memorial Parkway. Tulane Drive to Morningside Lane will be closed from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and this will happen again on October 6th and 7th.
And developing now, a story we brought to you yesterday at noon. The family of a man shot and killed by police Tuesday night in Woodlawn continue to demand answers.
That's right. Cheverly police saying its chief was the one who opened fire. It started as a stabbing investigation and police followed the car to Greenland Street. They say Chief David Morris encountered a man he believed to be the suspect who was armed with knives. But the victim's mother says she was there and that's not what happened.
Wrong thing. I was in front of my son. Okay, right here, my son blood was. I was in front of my son. And the Cheverly man said, "Who are you?" And he says, "I'm his mother. He's not going to injure anybody." And he just said, "You in the white t-shirt," but she was behind me. And he said, "Pow, pow, I was right here."
She tells us her son was a Metro bus driver and a father of two. Police say they recovered 2 knives at the scene, and the Office of the Maryland Attorney General is leading the investigation.
Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. A newly released Emerson College poll sponsored by our parent company Nexstar shows that Abigail Spanberger holds a double-digit lead in the race for governor. Latest poll found that 52% of likely voters would cast their ballot for Democrat Abigail Spanberger, compared to 42% who say they would vote for Republican nominee Winsome Earle-Sears. The poll also found that Spanberger has a 19-point lead with voters who consider themselves independents.
If Earle-Sears can't convince Virginia voters that she can steer Virginia's economy in a direction away from what Republicans are doing at the national level, it's just hard for her to find something else to land on as the case to vote for her.
A poll also found that those who rate the economy as a key issue are more likely to vote for Spanberger.